Welcome. We are just beginning a very inspirational, moving story that this man who is seated right across me is going to walk with us. I'll let him introduce himself, but let me try and just cover what I'm getting from him. I see a winner. I see a man who is determined to take care of himself from the pit of the lowest any human being can go. And he is here to share his journey as well as tell us how you can also help a person, or if you're going through what he went through, how you can get yourself out of it. And definitely, before we begin the show, I just want to say congrats to him. I did already, I've been telling him, I really admire what you're doing. But Dennis, karibu sana to the nest.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to come and see us.
Thank you very
and
much.
Also give us, this precious information.
Sure.
We don't take it for granted.
Sure, sure.
Yes, you could introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, thank you, Maureen, even for having me here. The program, The Nest. I'm really happy, I'm glad because it's out of mission and it's part of mission that God has really entrusted me with.
Yes.
So I'm Dennis Mutikiama. Others refer to me as a missionary.
Yes.
And a missionary is someone who serves Christ.
Absolutely.
And I serve him in diverse ways. One of them being what you've just mentioned earlier.
Yes.
And Dennis is a corrections officer working with the Kenya Prison Service. And I'm attached, rather seconded as a welfare officer. We call them social welfare officer at Kamiti Medium Prison. Besides that, the mission now, that's career.
Yes, that's the career.
The mission that I would say Jesus has gifted me because career gifts, those are from God.
Yes.
I'm gifted as a missionary to end as the founder, the chair, and the CEO for an NGO, an non-government organization for youth and teens and everyone in the society actually. That is called Youth Against Drug Abuse Kenya.
Yes.
YADA. I say it's God's work, it's not mine.
Absolutely.
People will tend to say Yada ni Yadeno, but no.
Ni ya Mungu.
I'm just positioned there
instrument.
to just to lead it.
Yes.
And besides that also I am a motivation speaker. A lot is there, but it's just like remaining that simple.
Right.
And also a recovering drug addict.
Yes.
And a champion and an ambassador of the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dennis, it's quite a lot, and I think you don't recognize how big you are. And I can tell with your humility and indeed acknowledging that God is just using you as his instrument to do the mission you're doing in turn of the career you have with the most dejected people in the society. Those are the people who have been incarcerated or in the process, some who've been released. My goodness, I can only say that I'm glad that I'm sitting across you and I'm able to hear first-hand information, first about your journey, and then secondly about the work that you do, just to give us a glimpse of what happens. But let's start with you as Dennis Mwiti. Where were you born? How was your childhood?
Okay, Dennis was born somewhere in Meru County, a place called Mariana location.
Yes.
And I was raised in a Christian family, and I was really nurtured as a God-fearing. I don't like saying God-fearing. Yes. I like saying God-loving.
Yes,
As a God-loving young boy, attached to the Methodist churches of Kenya. And until when I was employed, I was a very active member, especially when it comes to dancing in the choir.
You're a dancer too.
I'm a good dancer.
Nice.
I'm also a good actor, so sometimes my church life, that's how it was. And the whole mamas, I called them my mother, really liked to attend church on Sundays to come and see Dennis dance for them.
Of course.
So I can't complain about how the parenting was done by my parents. It's only out of peer pressure, out of curiosity that killed the cat. Dennis was now introduced to addiction,
Yes.
which is a very long story.
Yes.
But with the help of God,
Yes.
I know we will highlight just a few
Absolutely.
to make impact and to speak life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's who Dennis is. And Dennis is looking forward to be a family man.
Oh my goodness, why did I see that coming? I was about to I don't know why in my head I saw that coming. And indeed, from where I stand or sit, I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
You are quite gifted.
That's
and indeed, you can tell when a human being, of course, everyone has a purpose.
That's true.
But you can tell that person that God is placing in places and making them an example.
Sure.
And you, with the willpower He's given you, saying, "Lead me." And I want to wish you all the best in your in your search, or your I don't know where you are, but I can't wish you more than success.
Thank you.
And a wonderful family life.
Thank you very
because
much.
I feel like men like you should be more around. and you never know, maybe I could be sitting here and I'm in the same journey, but oh my goodness, I hope that is not picked by the vloggers. But I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, so here's a young man, God-loving man. At what age is now you're seeing your maybe peers trying this and that? What was it like the first moment, or rather the first experience you had with this? And now please feel free to walk us all the way to the addiction as we break down everything.
All right.
Yes.
So Maureen, I would say Dennis is a very young man, as you said.
Yes.
Dennis is just 29 years. Will be turning 30 on 18th of September.
Wow, happy early birthday.
Thank you, thank you. At least I will say now the nest has wished me prior.
Absolutely.
And I'm really happy.
Yes.
So Dennis, after my primary, where I was at Bishop Daburi boarding school, I realized some abilities. My first ability was football. Okay. I was a very good footballer. Yes. And a nickname that comes along my name, people know it so much. I was nicknamed after football, actually.
Okay.
And I was a very good striker.
Oh, nice.
After high school, after primary, I went to a high school that is really known, that hails there Pomeru for best performing in terms to do football. Yes. It's called Kibrecha Boys High School. And Kibrecha Boys High School, I just went there to play football. But there is someone who really inspired me to join the drama team. I didn't know I was gifted, but anytime I could meet people, they could tell me, "Dennis, you've got some other abilities." So I created that interest. I started doing a bit of it, kidogo kidogo too. When I was in Form 3, then there is this time when now I could not control. You see, the African proverb says that there is a time that gets for pregnancy, it can't hide itself again.
Absolutely, it will come out.
So that time I think was my time. And I found myself sitting down writing a script, a narrative script, doing a bit of funny things. And people started now telling me, my fellow students, telling me, "Dennis, you can cheer us in a lot of things." So in school, I now said I will not do the football thing. Because I realized football, actually I was in the second team and I was in Form 3. So at least I was seeing that drama was giving me a clear part of it. So what I did, I was positioned somewhere, tulikuwa tunasema celeb, you see. So I was a school entertainment captain. I was a school scout troop leader. I was the chairman for drama and the journalism.
Nice.
Honestly, initially I wanted to be a journalist. So every time I'm invited somewhere, come Y24, I come running because it's one of the ways that God is fulfilling.
Exactly.
So having those things back then in high school, then wewe ndio kusema. When you speak, people follow.
Absolutely.
And actually, I believe it's a gift of a moving crowd. So you could meet Dennis everywhere. These are the times that we had no corona, we had no CG sanctions. Ours was funkies. We normally called them funkies.
I know, yeah.
And we could never go to a boys' school for funky, you know that. And I being a Christian, you can imagine, even the Muslims could not go to their functions minus me.
Yes.
I'm not actually at a CG what they do, but they had to carry me just because of that.
Yes.
Now, something that really introduced me to drug and substance addiction is the former entertainment captain was expelled from school. In our school, what happened was elections. You could, we were trained to be leaders by doing campaigns.
Yes.
The political people, the political aspect was nurtured from the high school. So me, I never wanted such things. So I was nominated.
Okay.
Number one, Maureen didn't qualify. And the reason I didn't qualify, people who are allowed, like we say, for you to be a governor, probably you need a degree.
True.
It was a B.
Yes.
And honestly, Dennis was a very good joker.
Yes.
Me,
when
I liked co-curricular.
Yes.
And you know, Dennis was a D+ material.
I'm
not advocating for people to get a D+.
However, it's a good disclaimer. Yes.
Yeah, so Dennis was a D+ material, so I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
So the administration approached me and told me, Dennis, you know what? Your abilities in co-curricular, especially when it comes to entertainment field, you fit to be there.
Yes.
And actually no one who refused. So I took over. And now, you see, every Saturday I was allowed permission to go and pick movies.
Yes.
And I was not actually supposed to be frisked by the gate man.
Yes.
If I had the knowledge that I have today, a security-minded knowledge, I could question, being the gate man, why are you getting movies in a bag?
Yes.
So I used to natoka nje na bag, na hiyo bag tu hatukuwa na flash hiyo time. Ilikuwa tu ni disc, ile CD. So unezaje endea CD moja na bag moja umebeba.
It's true.
So what I used to do, I coming from Meru, there is a name, and there is how we normally looked at people from Nairobi. We really trusted these are the people, ama watu wa mtaa, unaona, watu wamechanuka. These are the people that should be in the entertainment industry. So number one, I wanted to fit in their shoes. These are the people who knew Miraji ni nini. Ndio walikuwa wanajua Chavis ni nini. Chavis is that the whole tobacco that shoshos wana put up.
They put uko. Okay.
So I had to fit and use those things so that they don't pull me. Also, me, I don't like movies, by the way, unless something comedy. I'm a ball. Na manu kicheza sita watch.
Sio manu. Disclaimer.
So you see, how I used to get those movies, the bag was to go and fetch the contrabands. Let me call them contrabands. These are pombe, miraha. Unajua natoka
Meru.
Bangi. Our school is next to Mount Kenya Forest, a very cold place. And Maureen, to be honest, Bangi ya hiyo mtaa, it's called Kibiricha. Tunaitaga risla moja hivi. Munavuta watu 20 bila kuisha. It's something very... unaelewa?
Lakini msenda kutafuta hiyo nini.
So what happened? Me, I could just come with that shopping. When other people are doing the entertainment, I am with now the so-called Vogue Young. Somewhere just chini. Nakumbuka tulikuwa tunakaa mahali kwa kuni. So the entertainment is continuing maybe from 7 to around 11 and us tuko jaba. And doing a lot of things and a lot of stuff. Some of the people walikuwa wanapatikana by the school administration, but because of who I was and the convincing power, they couldn't really
rat you out.
That's true. So I continued that way. That was back in 2011. In 2012 I did my KCSE and I literally scored a D+. But before scoring that D+, I remember the former police boss, Kitambo, that time, I may not mention the name. He was a very serious man. He never used to laugh. And he came for a prize giving day. I have my co-actor who is called Evans. Actually, he works closely with Yada. We acted until the boss smiled. And the whole thing that he told my school principal is, if those boys would like to join the forces then, and they score, I'm ready to assist them.
Wonderful.
But that time me, Actually, I normally said I would just wanted to be a media personality.
Yes.
So after scoring a D+, I convinced my parents, let me repeat school.
Okay.
Because kuna tule to pressure tunakujanga kiasi.
Yes.
And I decided now to get serious back to books. So I repeated in a day school that is just next to our home.
Okay.
It's called Mariana Day School. So this was the worst decision that I made. Because being in a day school, and now Dennis has got an ID.
Yes.
Mondays and Fridays, those were no days for me for school.
Yes.
Mondays, I'm nursing hangovers. Fridays, anapanga sherehe.
Yes.
That was my routine.
Yes.
To be honest and frank, nilikuja kupata C, lakini hiyo C ilitafutwa vizuri. And I thank God Matiang'i was not serious for education then.
Hey, a win is a win.
So I think after that,
that
was back in 2013. In 2014, Kaka home. My parents didn't exactly know who Dennis was, but them being teachers, they're teachers. And I normally say there are some professionals that are psychologically alert, especially mothers. Mothers, even when they are not learned, abanini, they have an instinct to know something is not
100%.
right. Yeah. So they were like, my son, I guess there is something fishy that is going on. So now being a citizen, 18, kiburi imekuja, and I'm a Meru man. So I started coming home late, drunk. It escalated. I started missing home. Kabisa sipatikani for a week. Just in the joints. You see, and now frustration started.
Of course.
I remember my dad said, I have a sister. So my sister said, I can sponsor him, do something on journalism, probably. But my parents were so quick and said, no. If Dennis goes the campus way and how we know the campus life, he will either kill us or frustrate us, or mimi mwenyewe hata mimi will be gone.
True.
So in 2015, I got recruited as a prisons officer. Something I didn't see coming. But I normally say God prepares us even without, si lazima tuoneshe ile kitu anapanga.
It's true.
So nikasukuma the 9 months very much fresh. And when, after pass out 2016, I was posted here at Nairobi Remand and Allocation Prison. When we talk of addiction, Maureen, it starts from very far. The high hopes. When I was in high school, actually in primary, and I'm saying this because of parents, let us not assume.
Our kids are innocent and they don't know anything.
They are very innocent. Those people know.
Wow.
I had class 4. In class 6, back in 2006, I was in a relationship affair with a girl.
Wow.
And
you were just a child.
Imagine, tuna dates. Yo, ilikuwa ni serious. We could text each other, pumpkin, sweetheart, babe, you see. Mpaka high school, mpaka Sai Dennis ashapata job. She's still there. We have expectations. She also liked the media personality. And now, it came now. I remember what she used to tell me. Kuna mtu wa Citizen, the couple that airs news in the evening. Sasa yeye ananitafutanga na nilizanga alienda wapi.
See, that could have been us.
That could have been us. So it continued that. After kupass out, huyu msichana when I was at Industrial Remand and Allocation Prison, I looked for her. It's 9 months, I've trained, and now she's the expectations. Me, I thought now because I'm a first man, there is how girls get attracted to the first men. That's how I used to be.
Some do. The uniform.
The uniform there. So I called her, she showed up. And we had some joint, we went to a joint obviously, but sikuwa najua manze, amebadilisha na amebadilika. Now she was,
sorry, just for clarity before we get there, when you're in the training, are you still using?
No, in the training I was not using. Because it's hard for it to come. It's an intense one.
I'm sure you'll connect for us the dots ahead. So you found she's changed.
She's changed.
For the better or for worse? Or just changed?
Probably for her. All that I know is that the vows that we had made were broken.
Wow.
So to me, frustrations came.
Nikatoka
nikapata msichana sasa anapursue our destiny. And now Dennis has just gone. She wanted us to do something in the media. You see? Alikula fare mara yangu ya kwanza, sikatai. And then we were allowed 2 weeks off so that we come back now and report to our new stations. Nairobi was not far. She was at Railways Training Institute. One day on a Friday, when I was not working, I just called her and asked her, can you just join me, niko free? And she told me, excuse me. I called again. Nikaona ni kwani amedhani ni wrong number nini? I called again and she really told me, I said, excuse me. And the third call was so clear that Dennis, I cannot push with you. I push with men in suits. I push with men who drive Subaru. And now Dennis is a Subaru man. You understand? Now from that time, Dennis, number one, attend the job.
I see.
Number two, I developed low self-esteem.
Oh my goodness, I can see. I see the connection now. Yes.
Number three, if I was not introduced to this early relationship, the heartbreak would not come that.
It's true.
Number one, the spouse that I'm dating now, and you are two mad people, and I believe we were not mature at that time.
And a lot of couples, honestly, when they're at that age, they just young and stupid. That's the word. Yes.
So life went on. I started missing work.
Yes.
In the name of nimedampiwa sasa.
Oh yeah, you were nursing heartbreak, and it's okay.
And sometimes we may assume, and these things come.
Yes.
So life went on that way until 2017. Now the period between 2016 and 2017 March, I suffered interdiction from work. My salary was stopped because I could not. Nilikuwa naingia job kama one day. The rest of the days natafuto tu.
Oh no.
Dennis has turned to be someone. If you could meet me and be told Dennis is an officer,
you wouldn't.
If this is the officer that we have in Kenya, then we better not.
We are lost.
But that shows the effects that come physically, emotionally, how we present ourselves. So 2017, I was involved in a road accident. That, thank you. That has left me with 35% permanent disability.
Oh, no.
My left leg. And on that fatal day, what I remember, I was taken to Nairobi West Hospital because I was heading to Embakasi. So actually, I connected my mom. I'm so close with her, all the way from Meru, and told her what had happened.
Yes.
So I was taken to Nairobi West Hospital for surgery, for plating. Actually, I stayed there. But on that day, being a Friday, I could not feel the intense of or the magnitude of the accident. But I was in a very great pain. Actually, I was shaking, and it was very sunny. I was unable to get from the is it called a Fletcher? The ambulance Fletcher. It was really moved from the ambulance because I could not be transferred from it to the hospital
because of the pain.
Because of the pain. And for me, breath was all over of alcohol. And remember, the accident happened in the morning. I was not drunk. But the sweat, the breath was literally alcohol. I remember my surgeon was asking me, Dennis, kwani ulikuwa umeenda kutoa lock? And I was like, you can imagine, hata sijakunywa. That day, Maureen, it was during my cousin's pass out parade at the Administration Police Training College. Si nilikuwa nimesimamishwa mshahara. So it is my mom who was to support me gift.
I see,
I remember she sent me 2,000 shillings and she was like, when other people are gifting him, at least show up. Sababu watu wa kijiji wanajua pia we ni sanse. But back in my mind I was telling myself, Buddha, wewe ni askari kama mimi. Either mbili ni ya sherehe tao jioni. Honestly, that was my intentions were. But now I didn't get there. So I stayed for 2 weeks. And the nurses who used to nurse me could ask me, Dennis, is anyone bringing you alcohol? And I was like, oh no, man. So you see the breath and the whole body. The blood. Yes, that's good. The blood was...
But probably a huge percentage of it was just alcohol.
Honestly, it was alcohol. Because even I was forced to be added blood. Because after the surgery, what have you?
You lost quite a bit.
I lost quite a bit, and you see, kuna sindano nilidungwa. The injection is called morphine. Morphine is a prescription.
Strong painkiller.
A very strong one. It's a prescription drug is a prescription drug actually.
Yes.
So vile nilidungwa, I don't know if I was insane. I was telling the medics that if you'll be giving me this injection daily,
niko sawa,
niko fiti na naweza kaa hiyo si
unaona tu
na zinakushika tu kama kawaida. And so and they told me, when you feel pain, just press the bell. And so yangu nilikuwa after 1 hour.
Who is Dennis? Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know when they asked me what's the problem, I could tell them I'm in great pain. So what do you want, Dennis? Morphine. And I was told morphine can only be done probably 8 hours.
It's true. Every 8 hours, yes.
Nikajua pa watu. I didn't know I was playing around with psychologists, probably the medical backgrounds.
And sorry to let me cut you short. And that's another addiction that people really underestimate.
That's true.
Painkillers.
Painkillers.
Yes.
And also the sleeping pills.
Yes.
There are people who cannot sleep without Piltons.
True.
Anything.
There is a wide variety of
even
medication.
as people that are in the working industry, people will say, today I have an headache. Me sometimes I advise, you have an headache, yes, take a lot of water, go jogging, do some stretches, and it will cool down. But painkillers and sleeping pills are very much abused. So after the hospital, Dennis now was a senior bachelor still.
Yes.
Because what comes with drugs, Maureen, you really fear to face people like you see, for men.
Yes. No, it's true because, but go on.
So they will come, and approach you, probably. You see, this is life,
Yes.
Kuna msichana tu atajiuza kidogo. But because of that state that you are into, you are not able to see. And then he suffered that a lot. Sometimes my mother can ask me, "Wewe bana, kwani hiyo kazi amonaga?"
Mom was worried.
Yes, mom was worried. And obviously, a mother wants you to have someone that you can take control. Wives are managers.
Of course, it's every mother's dream.
So after there, I was now forced to get back home under care of my mom because I could barely do nothing.
Yes.
When we go to something that is called the 12 steps of addiction, when you start now the recovery process, there is a step that says after you move from denial, that mimi sina shida, step number 2 says, that thing brought us to a state of insanity.
Insanity. And I want to stop you right there so that you can take us through each step as also maybe you recap and as to what even parents should look out for, because already I'm a parent to 2 boys and I've already it's scary because my son is moving to year 4 and when I hear you had even a girlfriend at grade 6 or class 6 then it becomes very scary because we assume they're so young, they don't understand this and that, so that you can cover for us even what parents should look out for. Yes, but we're going to take a very small break and then you pick it up from the 12 steps. All right, in case you are still here with us, and I hope that you are, this story is just incredible. You can hear the ups and downs of a young man. These things happen, you're raised right. Sometimes you're heartbroken. Sometimes you don't know what's happening. But addiction, anyone can have it, and that's a fact. And sometimes we've already established it's not always the hard drugs that we know of, the cocaine, the heroin, painkillers, addiction to alcohol, food even. So there's a lot to learn. And when we get to the next step, Dennis is going to walk us through the 12 steps of recovery and where he is today and a bit of what he does at his work. Don't go away, we'll be right back.